we should really think about what it means to be alive, to take our work and impact other lives so that they can be alive as well. I'm Deb, and I'm the art director and principal here at Palettera Custom Correspondences. The whole philosophy behind Palettera is actually storytelling. It's taking stories that are often forgotten or mundane and have no voice and transforming them into something that's completely real and tangible that people can experience. The name Palettera itself is a whole story, and it summarizes my life story as an artist as well. So the name Palettera comes from a couple of concepts and a few words. So the first one being palette represents at first color palette and how diverse a range we have of colors in nature and in the world to choose from, and represents the community and how each one of us are so unique. We have our own colors, we have our own blends and combinations that represent each of us. And then there's also the word palette in terms of taste and cultivating taste. So it just means understanding and acquiring knowledge to appreciate value behind production and knowing what good design really means. Letter, to us, it has many special definitions. So the first being letter writing. So the act of corresponding with people and just writing a nice note by hand is something that my mother taught me at a very young age. That sentiment really carried through my entire lifetime, and that item to me is very special. And then also, letter represents the letter forms of the alphabet, and each of them, we use them to form words, and it gives us the power to speak and write and tell stories. And these things were, back then, little objects that were cast into wood or metal. And so letter forms have a very deep history in humanity. Letterpress is the third definition of the word letter, which is a type of traditional printing that we do in-house here. And not many people do it anymore, but we decided to continue the craft and honor the tradition. Lastly is the word era. It kind of gives framework and importance to the entire sentiment in our art, and it represents time. So the word era to me represents a generation and our duty to always look back at history and always innovate and move forward. And so you're moving culture forward while looking back at our ancestors and the giants that allow us to be who we are today, and we stand on their shoulders. It's so important to be excited about life. We have so much going for us. We have to make sure that we embrace that and that we truly honor those past and also give something hopeful to the next generation too. As humans, we have a very short lifespan, and the greatest currency really is time. And so we guard that very preciously. So every story should be told so that it's worth telling and hearing. On my own wedding program 6 years ago, I printed a quote by Howard Thurman, and it says, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it, because the world needs more people who have come alive." And I think that completely captures the sentiment of my everyday, which is to come to work and make the world a place where people have come alive.